Today, let's talk about what we actually need in this country. We don't need this democracy bullcrap they're trying to push on us. That's a total false. That's not what our founding fathers tried to father. What our founding fathers wanted to father was a Pythagorean republic, or a representative republic, where the representatives actually represent the people. We ain't had that. Why? Well, it draws us down to the root of all evil, money. Money is corrupt. We all know this. It corrupts people like a motherfucker, right? Well, in Pythagoras, and if you don't know who Pythagoras is, I don't know where you've been living, but he invented pi. He invented this symbol. He invented our modern music scale. I mean, Pythagoras was, he was in tune. He was on some deep shit. Well, in Pythagoras' republic, in his representative republic, representatives or elected officials were not allowed to own property or have, only a certain income. They weren't allowed to profit off of being a representative. That's exactly where we went wrong. We let our representatives profit over whichever company pays them the most. Well, that's some bullshit. We need to get back to the idea of Pythagoras, where you can't own shit if you're going to be in office. You need to represent the people and listen to the people, not to the corporations. Well, with that idea in mind is great. But we've seen that even Pythagoras' perfect representative republic can be corrupted. Because we've seen that here in America today. Well, how do we control that? Well, that's where we get down to where me and my ancient Irish peoples, back in the ancient times, in the high hills of what is now Scotland, Ireland, Erie, Scotia. Either way, whatever you want to call it, in the ancient UK, in my ancient Celtic lands, where Atlanteans actually ended up going to after the destruction of Atlantis, by the way. Atlanteans are the red-haired people. But anyways, the this is ancient times, before prehistory, before fucking Romans came up there and fucking tried to, anything. Before anybody tried to take over Scotland or Ireland, when we were still left up to our own devices, we had what we called high kings. We had 5 regions, 5 high kings in Ireland, throughout the whole island, and that's including, the northern parts, which is now Scotland, and the southern part. Well, those high kings, yeah, they got to rule over the land. They got to be king. They got all kinds of king-like privileges. But there was one thing. If the people's crops failed, if they got invaded by another tribe, whatever, if something bad happened, then it was on that king. It was on the elected official. Because high kings were elected in ancient Ireland. And we allowed women to be high kings too. So, we were ahead of our times, way before these Babylonian Roman cult motherfuckers try to take over our European lands. But anyway, fucking, our high kings, if we had any problem in the kingdom, the high king, he got his ass sacrificed to the gods. Don't you think that's what we need to do today? Don't you think if President fucking Obama was held accountable and could be sacrificed for going against the people, do you think he would have pulled a lot of the shit he pulled in his last fucking 2 terms? You think Bush would have even tried to invade Iran, or, Iraq or Afghanistan? Do you think, you think any of this shit would have went on? Where the people are fucked? If the people could fuck the king? Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't fucking happen. So, that's what we need to do. We need to go back to a Pythagorean representative republic. Hold the kings or representatives responsible by sacrifice. You will fucking die if you fuck up in office. And they can't own any property or any money. They can't have any financial gain while in office. If we could do just those 3 fucking simple things in our government, then we would actually have a government that represents the people. I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling, maybe I'm fucking crazy, but when you actually study the truth on this shit, you become aware of so many things. And I just actually happen to have the ability to break it down simply after listening to all these complicated videos. But anyway, if you guys want to learn more about Pythagoras or occult knowledge, check out some of my playlists. I put tons and tons of playlists on Irish history, proving that Irish are the Atlantean race. Besides, not everybody, almost everybody on this planet actually has a little bit of the Atlantean race in them. The Atlantean race spread out everywhere when it collapsed. And, they're like Mexico, Peru, up by the Great Lakes of America, fucking, the Berbers, North Africa. Oh God, there's that group in France, I can't remember their names. It starts with a B. But anyway, they were red-headed peoples too. These Aryans, or these Atlanteans, they went into India, China. They spread their seed everywhere. They mixed with the general population of Earth. So, we're all mixed now. That's something y'all need to realize. We're all mixed with this Atlantean, alien, Neanderthal, human DNA, and our missing link, and all kinds of other shit. But anyway, like I said, if you want to know about any of this shit that I ramble about here and there, check out some of my fucking playlists. I've put tons of knowledge together. I got like Michael Tessarion, and you need to check out the video I put in there, The Cross of Thoth. That tells you how the cross was actually used as a GPS system. Mixed with the Zodiac, it can be used as a GPS system that's just as accurate as any of our GPS systems today. Fucking just as accurate. You could be anywhere on this earth within 3 miles from this simple little handheld tool that looks like a cross. Yeah. And when you actually study Christianity, the first Christian church was where? The UK. I'm not talking Catholic, I'm talking about pure Protestant Christian. Us fucking Europeans that remember who we were, and what our tools were. But anyway, before you let these Babylon corrupt motherfuckers try to corrupt you with their religions, really, really look into it. Like I said, there is a God. I've tried to tell you guys about that mathematically and how he is the darkness or the web that holds us all together. Because even light cannot exist without darkness. Light comes from somewhere. Earth, air, fire, water. And light comes from the fire, which comes from the air. Because gases have to burn to create fire. But anyway, now that y'all understand, just a little bit of what I talk about, like I said, really go check out my playlist. Have a good day, folks. Later.